All right, y'all. You ugly as fuck.
Back with another episode 68. Welcome to the podcast, man. I am your motivator and your personal trainer. Here's the wife, as she say, the wife.
So what you want me to say?
Whatever works for you, babe. You just said it.
I'm a side piece.
That's doing too much.
Really? You don't like my title?
That's doing entirely too much.
Switch it!
All right, so yesterday, man, we all saw what unfolded in Texas, man. The babies, man, they back to attacking the babies, y'all, right? So, look, I was talking to somebody on Facebook, right, and they was like, man, it's like local news just kind of breezed through it. I don't know if they breezed through it, but my problem is I think it's becoming too consistent now, right? So which prompted me to like do some research, right? Just a little bit, right? And I'm not a politician. I'm not into politics like that, right? But it got me to wanting to do some type of research. So all the mass shootings really picked up in 2006, right? And from 2006 on, it's been more and more aggressive. And you hear everybody saying, man, let's ban guns, okay? Let's ban these mass assault rifles, okay? Let's do this. Then it was like, okay, it's crazy Caucasians doing this to people. So then when people say, okay, then our color and mixed race start doing it, it's like, okay, there's mental health. We really don't have an idea exactly what's going on internally, because I thought there was a button that they can push, that they can be able to kind of pinpoint the extremists that may be causing this. I thought like these people give warnings that they have the potential to like go and harm people. What happened to that? Back in the day, they say you make a tweet and the algorithms could catch on and send it to the people that it's supposed to go to, and you know, they could stop these things before it happens.
But that's just like both shootings, the one in Buffalo and the one in Texas, they was premeditated.
Yeah, let me get one of them paper towels. I'm hot. I was turning up too much.
They was premeditated. They made tweets. They made posts. People saw it. But people neglect to actually act on what they feel is irrelevant to them. But the whole thing with the kids, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine, you just had a ceremony with your child. You left your child at school, not even an hour, to find out that your child is now dead?
Yeah, I love my kids, right? But I refuse to live in fear, right? One of the things about fear is fear will have you constantly looking over your shoulder. You know how like you walking down the street sometimes? I know I don't have a problem with nobody, but sometimes you just think about that maybe somebody's right behind you, or maybe you trying to watch your surroundings. Me, on the other hand, I could be walking down the street with my headphones on and I'm not looking around me because I put my faith in God, right? I'm armored, I'm protected, I pray every morning, I pray as often as I possibly can, specifically when it comes to my kids. I'm praying for their protection. Even dropping them off in the morning, I use them constant phrases that my grandmother is constantly leaving on my voicemail about, you know, no weapon formed against you shall prosper and all that good stuff, man. But at the same token, when you start consistently attacking these babies, man, these babies they don't, man, look, they got their life ahead of them, right? We're supposed to be building the foundation. We're not supposed to be destroying the foundation. So that's my problem. But look, here's the thing, right? In 2017, in 1 year, right, there was 374 mass shootings. And listen.
How many do we hear about?
And you know what's funny? They did not report all of them. And the story said, right, I want to get it right, because they, just like my wife just said, how many did we hear about them? And the way they explained it is you have to basically go look. That's the only way you're going to know, which is crazy. But they said in the U.S. alone, there was 346 mass shootings in 2017. That's about 1 per day. Man, that's a lot, dog.
I feel like I'm gonna get out.
That's a lot. While we worried about the hooger boogers in our neighborhood doing drive-bys, there's people secretly planning. It's like we living in Afghanistan. We don't know when and if someone is just going to decide to just let off. And which heightens me, though. Like that heightens my awareness, especially in my job, where like you look at weird people a little differently because you just don't know. And that's not a fear. In my job, I have to be aware of everything, but that only sends my awareness to a whole different level, right? Come on, Sonya.
What?
So, like I said, 96 to the present. That's when I don't even know if that's when the mass shooting started. It's almost like that's when they started tracking the mass shootings, which is crazy to me. Like, why are you just deciding to start tracking them in 96?
When it actually got worse. But I definitely want to send out condolences to those families. Because, baby, I'd be in a straitjacket right now. Because he killed his grandmother before he left.
And it looks like he's a Latino. That's what it looked like, right? You see the picture of him? Mm-hmm. I try not to pay attention to the like media coverage of things like that because I saw somewhere where my man said the fence wasn't high enough, and that's why dude was able to just come into the school. Like folks are just saying any and everything.
Fence.
Yeah, and then the
Did
senator.
He jump it? He called him a wall jumper. Like, what did the fence have to do?
But remember, this goes back to y'all wanting to also defund the police.
Well, we're not going to talk about that topic today.
And get rid of the school resource officers. Hey, look, you say, like, I was just listening to a TV show on, I don't know what the show was, but it was a show with Whoopi Goldberg. And she was like, y'all even put good people on the front line and they still getting killed. It didn't seem to me like there was a good person to really protect these people. You can put good people in the line, but you know you gotta put good people who know how to shoot in the line. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If I'm a school resource officer, I'm gonna treat them babies like they mines. You come in there thinking you about to let off, bang, bang, bang. You just gotta be quick with it, man. Like you gotta be quick with it because you can't put people in there that just got a job because they can be qualified to get that job. You got to put good people in there that have a history of, you know, protecting people, man. But yeah, man. But getting back to my 2017, that is an important year because that is around the time President Trump started rearing off his rhetoric. So, you know, he woke the extremists. He made it, he put in their head that it's okay for you to just act rowdy and do what you do and not care about who you're harming. But again, like my wife's explained, man, you know, condolences to the family, because, man, look, I know how I get when my baby get their hand closed in the door.
Woo, that situation.
If something happened to my child, I'm just letting you know, you better get them before I get them. Because we ain't rocking like that. All right, but let's go. Let's get to something a little bit more funny. So I'm at work. I'm at work on Friday, right? So one of the regulars at the spot that I work at, right? I see him. He looks a little tired, a little upset, right? or whatnot, right? I'm like, what's going on, bro? It's like, man, I just had surgery. I said, what type of surgery you just had, bro? So he said, don't worry about it, man. No, don't hit it because I don't want that to come out. So he said he just had surgery. So here's where it get funny. He had surgery on his penis. Why are you laughing?
What, he had a vasectomy?
No, my man had colon cancer. God, you disrespectful.
He just had penis. So he had an enlargement.
But here's where it gets funny. So, because of his colon cancer, it affected...
Erectile.
Yeah, it messed it all the way up to the point where it wouldn't work.
And that thing banging right now.
Look at her. She ready for that shit, y'all. She be living for that shit. Look, she trying to figure out. So he explained, right? Because he has a young wife, right? You know, he about to retire, but she ain't about to retire. And when I say she ain't about to retire, she not about to retire. But he was retired, right? So he had this procedure done, right? To help with the motion of his ocean, right?
Why you keep looking over there?
He got to push the button. You got to push the button to get his dick up.
Push what button?
Which led me to...
What's that?
Which leads me to this question for my wife. Let's say my dick start working and I have to get a button installed to make my dick go up and go down. Would you still love me?
Where's this button?
Oh, no, I didn't ask him all that. I was too stuck on him having to push a button.
So you push your button and it automatically goes up.
And he can go all night long.
Hey.
I didn't even ask him, was the dick robotic too? So I already asked, dick robotic too. So I already asked two females how they would feel.
I feel no different. The button's up. When I want it, push the button. Push it off.
But what if,
okay. Your penis is the clapper.
Well, there's the answer.
Just as long as you don't get a clap, you good.
Yeah, but you got some.
Wow.
The younger
technology,
immature.
I'm telling you.
The younger immature one said that they would come for him.
What you mean?
You ain't get it. What? They would come for him.
The fuck? He got a button. That's what you're supposed to.
Motherfucker, they would come for him. That's what I mean. Not literally come for him, like talk about him.
But.
Oh, she didn't get the joke.
What sense is that?
She didn't get the joke.
What sense is that?
She got that motherfucking adult mind and shit.
Because there's a button. The
yeah.
fuck? These young ones out here popping Molly, doing dippers and shit just to get their ass to work.
Look, my man said he used to pop them damn Cialises and that shit didn't do nothing for his dingalingy. He said it wouldn't work. Yeah, his dingalingy. That's what you call a robotic dick. Dingalingy. Dingalingy.
We get Wi-Fi? Like,
I don't know. Maybe it is controlled by Wi-Fi. I don't know what it's controlled by. But he said he don't care.
Yeah. Because of his condition before, so.
Fucking dingalingy.
Only thing she can ask now is his mouth still work.
Man, I'm sure it do. He an old head. It better work.
Just because you got a mouth don't mean it work.
My mouth work. I be licking it till my tongue getting numb. All right. So next topic, right? Y'all ready for it? This nigga don't even know how long he been married. Or her.
out of here.
Alright, babe. React!
Fuck out of here, Kirk. Rasheeda ass. You gotta have some fucking, like, boundary, like, something you cannot tolerate in your marriage. And I would think having a child outside of your marriage would be one. If not anything. A lot of people don't consider cheating as a deal breaker. But to have a whole nother fucking child, no, come on now.
We're gonna start
and then on TV?
We're gonna start
having fuck out of here.
A cuss job.
Ain't no way you gonna sit here and humiliate me on TV.
And then say,
somebody told me that I have them help their marriage and they went back home. Nah, nigga, you realize that he look like a fucking clown and he's on TV and you just a regular degular every day out here doing the bullshit and your girl gonna burn your shit, bleach your shit, toss your shit, put your ass under a bridge somewhere and you ain't want that. Well, she ain't doing shit. She the one gotta get down something by her bubble gum and shit. The fuck? Stop chewing gum, bitch, and get that shit together. That was stupid.
Hey, look, so I remember, and speaking of burning and tossing and turning and scratching and all this shit, she said, I remember back when we lived in the Mexican village where they chased chickens and chopped their heads off, right? I decided that I wanted to be honest one time.
They choked them on the bathroom.
She in the bathroom, right? She said, just be honest with me. Are you talking to another girl, right? I said, yes. What did I do that for? Right? She made me sing. She said, cool. We went to the McDonald's, went to give me some food. I came back out, and every CD in my daggone CD book was scratched up. And some of them was tossed out the window on the ground. So I'm looking, I'm like, what happened? And I look at her, and she like, she ain't really have a response for it. But we didn't teach nobody nothing. We ain't give no advice. We ain't saying, okay, the best way to fix your marriage is go out and get another woman pregnant and have another baby and cheat. That ain't what you do. That sounds idiotic. And
Go ahead.
That sounds crazy. Yeah, what you about to say? Because I want to like...
It's just like a lot of these shows on TV now. At the end of the day, these people are regular people, just like we are. So, they're human. They'll make mistakes, they'll do things. It's just the point that now that it's televised. Because if it wasn't televised, a lot of these people would still be with them like Rasheeda. So, like Love Marriage Huntsville, you got Melody and Martell. If it wasn't on TV, Melody would still be with Martell ass. Because that went on for what, 3-5 years with him dealing with the chick. It's just on all that is on TV. And I mean, they grew from it and they're better. And it's their relationship. So at the end of the day, what works for them, works for them. Our opinion is our opinion. But just to say, I'm fixed. So if this mofo come up here with a kid, it's y'all last day seeing.
She don't got no worries about me. All right, so look, I want to read this story because this is some crazy shit too. Let me see. Let me get to it, babe. Talk while I find it. Talk about tell them something else that's crazy.
About what's that? Football player at the airport. You saw it?
No.
You ain't see that he was on one of the airlines, but apparently he had his luggage in a wheelchair, and the worker wanted the wheelchair, and he exchanged words, and in exchange of words, the worker decided he wanted to throw hands. Why he do that? Football player took him down. Yeah,
I did see that.
But then on top of that, they fired the worker, but want to press charges against the NFL player. But he got attacked first. Make that make sense. And then who's that? Alex Baldwin, whatever, made a comment that the guy came to work to do his job. And to do his job would have just been, okay, I need the wheelchair. He said he ain't never give it up. Okay, cool. That's what y'all got security for. But for you to throw hands at that man, nah.
I'm gonna tell you this though. Speaking on that, because I've been in a situation like that. They expect these motherfuckers to swing on you first.
Who?
These employers.
The employees that swing first?
No, they expect you to damn near get hit before you can defend yourself.
But the employers swung first, not the players.
That's why he got fired.
But I'm just saying, but they want to bring charges on the players. So they send them back to Canada. He doing something in Canada, whatever. But they want to bring charges against the player when it should be the other way around. Because the player said, get out my face. Y'all see this. It was people there. And he swung them.
I'm sorry I missed that. I'm so conditioned to miss bullshit. Especially if it's got somebody in bullshit attached to it. When I saw Alex Baldwin's face, I instantly just moved away. I swear. I raised my right hand to God. I don't
understand why he even had anything to say.
That's what I'm saying. So like once I saw him in, you know, the shade room, they put like when they trying to like bring up something, they put something in the middle. Or like if somebody comments on it. Once I saw his face, I didn't even bother to read it. All right, so what I was talking about the story is young boy forced to amputate his finger after fleeing from racist school bully. So I want y'all to hear this, right? It says 11-year-old boy had to have his finger amputated after he was severely injured while fleeing school bullies, according to mom, right?
See, and this is in the UK, right?
Yeah, this is in the UK. It says according to mom, her son has experienced racial and physical abuse since beginning attending. What's that word? Because I don't know. Yeah, what she said, learning community in Uvalde.
In Wales? In Uvalde.
Reading is fundamental. He was desperately trying to. Yeah, I'm not about to look at that. I told you, I looked past it.
Charge him for simple assault, but just fast, homeboy.
The thing I had with this, right, and that's why like we gotta check on our kids on a daily basis and have a conversation with them. And when they come to you with some concern and stuff, you gotta take it serious. You can't just brush it to the side, because what she started saying was she had been hearing that he had been going through some things at the school, but she didn't necessarily think it was that serious. I mean, the moment you mention bullying, like there's a conversation to be had, and there's not a conversation to be had over text message. There's not a conversation to be had over the cell phone. There's a conversation to be had with someone that's in the administration at that school. You can't just be going on about, because it shouldn't have got to the point where your child is losing fingers because parents are raising little bitches. And I'm just straight up little suckers, little pussy ass niggas, right? That's why I'm constantly having a conversation with my son, because my son, he's a lover, not a fighter, right? I'm like, but at the same token, dog, you big dog, right? You ain't small. You better not let people listen. Hey, look, if you're gonna take a punch, just take a punch, but you better go down fighting, right? You don't let nobody pick on you, because people do things like that just to push you to the limit. Right? And you got to be able to handle yourself, man. That's why I joke on my son a lot for reasons to prepare him for the potential that these kids do, man. That's why I say, like, that's why I'm mindful of the things I say around my kids. I'm mindful of the way I talk to my wife around my kids. I'm mindful about conversations. Come on now. You can kiss my ass.
See?
There you go. Exactly. You know better than that. Don't look at me like that. I don't like it. Yeah, but that's why I'm mindful of those things, because like people fail to realize that they preparing little terrorists, right? They don't realize that, man. They don't realize that they're paying little terrorists, and these little jokers get out and they become criminals, right? And the problem is, it's all your fault. Okay? So you got to be mindful of that. Parents, check on your kids, man. Make sure your kids are good.
Listen to them. If they got a conversation, something to talk about, listen. Don't just brush them off like it don't mean nothing. Because at the end of the day, they may not know how to interpret it, but still listen. Because you're going to hear it, and then you may hear key points and different things, and you be like, okay, yeah, something's really going on. And you got to address it. Because you don't want to ever feel like your child doesn't have your support and can't come to you when they have an issue. Because then that's when they start seeking it elsewhere, getting bad advice. And then when stuff happened in your own household, you act like you ain't know. No, you ignored it.
Yep. That's why, like I was explaining to my son when we was at the basketball court, man, it's a safe space, man. We can talk about everything, right? No matter what it is. Just tell me, and I address it accordingly, because I know how harsh and how I know how harsh and how sometimes demanding being in school can be outside of just learning, right? Your parents, all that good stuff. That's why I keep his hair, keep him lined up, because when you look good,
you feel good.
Man, yep. All right, so look. Remember when...
And I fight kids.
Yes, you do. Remember when Megan Good was dating that pastor? Things was quiet with her, right? She wasn't doing all the worldly stuff and all of the extra stuff, right? So I want to ask you this. How do you feel that Shaq's ex-wife is dating that pastor but still doing basketball wives?
She's not on it full time. She just has like cameos.
You know more than me.
She's not like a full-on cast on it type situation.
Because when I was walking,
she's not even on the what is it? The promo stuff.
Yeah.
It's what's the name of the gay husband? No, is he gay?
Who?
Jackie Crispy. She's the one that's the front line.
Yeah, he a coach though. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's still in the Sacramento Kings organization. Yeah, he might be gay. Anywho. So
there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just...
Only reason I asked, because I was walking through, as I do when you're watching your little ghetto shows, and I saw on there having a conversation with some new cast members, I think. And I just wanted to know, because, you know, every Sunday he starts his little before he go on stage and minister to the people, right? This is what he doing. See, and I'm always seeing them, right? And I just wanted to make sure that, you know, because they get ready to get married.
Hey, they got monkeypox.
Yeah, I've been knew about monkeypox. I don't want to talk about that though, because that look weird.
But why are they trying to put it on the gays and trans shit?
Anywho, so you said you did a Q&A.
Yes.
Yes, to the Q&A. Yeah. Look at her. Doing her.
I asked.
Are we saying names?
No.
Okay.
It said, let's get some juicy topics for the next episode. Your identity will be kept private.
That's what you said?
Yeah.
I don't keep identities private. We saying names.
No, we're not. We are not.
Don't let me look at your phone.
We are.
You don't tell me what to
not.
do. All right, we're not. That's what she
said. We are not. So,
how many questions?
I had a question. I'm just going to do 3 because they just will 2 because they mostly
do the
stood
one
out.
that I want to talk about.
They mostly stood out, and the one is similar to the one you was talking about.
Yeah, do that.
So this guy says that his friend, like his best friend brother, has a girlfriend, and he knows for a fact that she's sleeping with someone else. Someone else.
What's going on? Someone else.
She's sleeping with someone else. But he's like, he really want to say something to him, but he don't want to say something to him because someone else has approached him about the girl being flirtatious and things like that with other people, and he just brushed it off nonchalantly, like it is what it is. That ain't nothing. He ain't tripping. So he was approached by a dude that apparently was smashing this girl. And he approached her and she basically was like, "No, that's my brother." You know that brother shit. That's my brother. Ain't nothing like that. Ooh. And he stayed with her. So he's like, why should I say something to him if he was already approached and he still won't be with her? So should I say him? Should I not? And I said, like my husband told me,
mind your goddamn business.
Because it's only gonna make it seem like you a hater towards her. And he gonna still be with her, he gonna still be with her. And she gonna continue what she doing. And it's similar to the topic you said that Joe was talking about.
Yeah, man. Like, I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, right? And on the podcast, they do this segment on the podcast called Friends of the Show, right? They do it through Patreon and they charge your ass for it, right? Should charge your ass for it, but that's a whole nother story. We ain't popping like that. But anywho, she said that her boyfriend's friend hit on her and she wasn't sure whether she should tell him or not, right? Joe and them said to tell him. In my opinion, I feel like you just gotta read the room. Mind your motherfucking business. I feel like you just gotta read the room and mind your business. I mean, that's me, right? Because, you know, I want to talk about it, but I feel like they're gonna know what I'm talking about.
I think you should next topic. The other question,
because you know me, I don't know. I honestly, I don't know how to say this without just being like, yeah.
Mind your business. If you know for a fact that your friend has been approached already, or you may have said something to your friend and they still decide to stick with that person, they gonna be a teacher like Love and Marriage Huntsville and stick beside them.
Here's
so
the thing,
leave
though.
it alone.
The friend that sent you that question, you need to mind his business too. Like even if he know for a fact, don't get these winks. Don't do none of that. Don't be like, don't do none of that.
No, because lesson was learned in a situation that
some people
came about.
The problem is now, right? You come out and out the person, and they double down on that shit, and the relationship still prospers, even though it's toxic. So then you don't wasted your damn time not minding your business. On top of being,
because now the friend will look at you like you trying to sabotage the relationship situation, not like you trying to save them. So.
Or they gonna think you want that man.
Don't save him.
Please.
He don't want to be saved.
Nigga, please.
Be saved.
Nigga, please. They gonna think you want that man. People be thinking crazy, man.
It's enough.
You know your man ain't shit for real, for real. You know he's exhibiting he ain't shit behavior. You know he's exhibiting like.
Next question: how do you keep spice in a long-term relationship?
That shit ain't easy. That's hard work and dedication. I'm gonna continue to say that ever since my pastor said it. It's hard work and dedication, man. You gotta find ways. Because we had periods in our relationship where things didn't look so clear and green. Right now, we fucking like 50 going north. We had, oh boy, we gets down. I could have worked 12 hours. I still come in and give it to work. And one day I might not, but the next day I'm gonna make up for that day, right? I put her to sleep.
But you be one curled up out.
It don't matter. Mind your damn business. You talking, not you. I put myself on right now. Look, you seen her. She know. That's why she high-fived me. She know the fucking vibes.
Who is And why do you keep doing that?
I'm just looking at us.
Stop doing that.
I can't help myself. We look bored.
Oh.
So what you got to say? How? Man, we got time. We
Definitely, it's communication. Like if something's off, something's not right, say something. Whether you're gonna hurt each other's feelings or not, at least say something. If you're bored, say you're bored.
I remember
so
she told me she was bored.
So y'all can figure it out. Because you don't ever want nobody be in a situation where you don't communicate, you don't say nothing, and then you step out. If you communicate, I'd rather you say how you feel, we address it, and if we need to go several ways, then that's what you do. Then for you cheat. Because when you cheat, you get caught up in shit. I ain't got time for that. So you gonna figure it out?
Yeah, it's hard work, man. Sometimes it take a weekend away.
Or try new things.
Like
get some
reset.
toys. Watch some videos.
We try toys, but
do stuff that you don't want. He don't want to compete with the toys. That's his thing. All I gotta do is say,
toy ain't about to beat me.
You trying to do something?
I ain't about to lose to no fucking
toy.
No?
Cool. My toy's charged.
Oh boy, that's how she get me. Like I get this goddamn toy. Then she turned my little shit on. You don't want to do it? Toy. Then she said, "Get the toy." Okay, here. That's how she get me every damn time.
But no, just try to
use that shit against me.
Be spontaneous. You know, if you're into little freaky stuff.
But you see,
try different stuff.
What the hell you throw your phone down? You said we had 3 questions.
No, I said I wasn't gonna do 2.
No, you said I'm gonna do 3. Don't pull an Alex on me. I said I was gonna do 2. Right.
Don't do that. My baby has started her lock journey. That's my real twin. What you think about her locks?
I think it's beautiful. You redid them and she ain't messed them up. It's been 3 days.
And she in water. Tell me something. I gotta wash my hair. Untwisted the damn pin up.
She cute.
Our kid is graduating.
Yeah. Woo. My baby going to middle school.
My baby is going
to
the 5th grade.
Yeah, man. I'm old.
My Wiz kid, he loves math like his mommy.
He's spoiled. Alex is the free spirit. Carl needs
That's my
spirit.
mouthpiece.
Carl needs the spirit.
He just was a sheltered child.
Hell yeah.
And now they gave the sister that's happy hours and out there.
Man, my man really enjoyed playing basketball on Sunday. I think we're going to start doing that every Sunday.
But
he really
don't knock what I said. I really think that's going to be one of his Christmas gifts. I'm going to put a page. I'm going to have a backyard concrete.
Yo, read that 3rd question.
No.
Why? Anyway, so let's get to my part of the show. I ain't got one, right? We're going to end this podcast as we all do. I ain't said it in a while, man. Make sure you go to EPN Nutrition and get your nutrition supplementation, man. Make sure you enter code all caps M Johnson 10. Look, we got your BCAAs. Boom. Right?
How many A's?
You said what?
How many A's?
How many A's?
Uh-huh.
It's 2.
Okay.
I said A's. It's 2 A's. You got to say A's like that. You got your BCAAs. You know, BCAAs is perfect for, man, when you, if say you're training on an empty stomach, right? Drink the BCAAs is going to keep you full while you're working out. Because a lot of people think you need to eat to go work out. You don't, man. Just get your drink on. Get you some protein, man. Folks struggle to get the amount of protein they need in their diet on a consistent basis. So sometimes you supplement what you're missing with the protein, right? You got your pre-workout. A lot of people don't like the pre-workout because it gives the jitteriness. But I'm going to tell you something. If you're looking for that extra kick in your ass, that's the pre-workout, right? Straight up, right? They got collagen. I think collagen really came into the market about 5 years ago when people really started using it, right? There's collagen pills, there's collagen powder, but these things help your hair, it helps your nails, your skin, all that good stuff. That's why I'm so pretty. Right? Yeah, I gave you one. The hell is she talking about? She needs some. There's plenty downstairs.
There's plenty of substance.
Anyway, you got
supported the online store, purchasing your merch.
Damn, her words are mad. Yeah, mad.
Purchasing the merch. Thanks to everybody that support, listen to the podcast. Thanks to everyone who tuned in to my little Q&A for topics. Just want to say thank you to all.
How you gonna thanks to everyone and you only read 2 questions?
Because the other ones, I'm gonna save.
We'll save it. All right, but back to what I was saying. She gonna interrupt in my little second of the pod. Man, immune greens is important right now because you're dealing with your colds, your flus, and your allergies. Your allergies. And I've been doing pretty good the last few months. I ain't had no problems because I've been staying on top of taking my meds. I can't stand taking medication. And my kids, they can't stand taking medication. But in order to be able to get through day to day, I gotta make sure I do what I gotta do. But the immune greens is important, man. The immune greens is good. It got a fruit. It got a fruit punch. I don't even know if it's a fruit punch taste, but it's kind of grainy a little bit. So the purpose of it is just fill your water up, man. Shake that joint up and throw it back, man. It's important. They also got your fat burners, man. I'm gonna tell you something. If you're trying to like lose body fat, you're doing your cardio on an empty stomach. You take your 2 fat burners, man. Get your immune greens, get your BCAAs, and you go to work. I take 2 pills every time I go to ride my bike, and I get a huge sweat on top of just the heat outside. That's my form of cardio, and I really enjoy it. I got to bring my wife along to the gym starting soon because I know we stop. I can't be a personal trainer trying to get myself in, but one thing I can say, man,
here with a fat ass
even I love every part of it. There she go. I'm a meme her ass. She keeps saying that. I'm a meme the shit out of her ass. She forget to get all these goddamn cameras on. I'm a meme the shit out of her. But anyway, no, it's some real shit, man. That's the dynamic we tug a war at. Like she don't want to listen. And as I go around and I look at everybody else, I'm not the only personal trainer who has that issue. Because all the personal trainers I know, their significant other is training with somebody else, which sucks. But in the summertime,
support you, meal prep, all those things that you need.
She be vibing with me though. And the funny thing is, she eats like I eat because she cooks. So we love each other, man. Give me a kiss. Come on. All right, we're gonna give you some motivation, man, to just push through, man. Look, love on your babies. Ain't no other way to say it, man. Hug your kids, man.
Tell them you love them.
Tell them you love them before you leave inside, man. But love on your babies. Also, man, pray, man. Stay prayed up. Because we can't put our faith in man. And that's some real. My grandmother always said that growing up, man. Don't put your faith in man because man will constantly let you down and God won't. So, like, look, man, just stay prayed up, man. Love on your kids, man. Hug your kids. Listen. Stop and listen to your kids. You got to listen to them because, look, even in the moment that you think they're not telling you something, they really telling you something. So you just got to listen to your kids, man. Be positive. Be a leader, man. Be consistent, man. Be a role model for your family. Be a role model for your kids, man, because they are a representation of you, right? If you treat your people like shit, they gonna treat others like shit. They recycle the information that they learn. So, man, be consistent about that. Anything else, Boom? So we can end this podcast.
Mental health is important. Yes. So them babies do go through it.
And this last year been hard. These last 2 years been hard.
They spend, 85% of their day at school?
Yeah.
And then come home and got to deal with the bullshit?
Yeah.
Don't do it to them.
Yeah, so.
Don't do that.
Just be there for your kids, man.
And if they're not your kids, godkids, niece, nephew, somebody, love on them as well. Yeah. It takes a village, and we got to get back to that.
Yeah.
And we out.
Yeah. No.
We still here.
Yeah, we are. Thank you for listening to episode 68. Make sure you rate and review. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you follow me at _M_Johnson.
mthemotivatorj
_fitness.
Don't follow me.
And we out.